When talking about how newspapers provide a reinforcement effect, what we're really talking about is reinforcing memories associated to a brand. The first and critical point is to make sure there's a link between the category and the brand. If someone doesn't think of the brand at the time they think of the category, it makes it very difficult to get into purchase consideration set. From there, it's all the other associations built upon that. There are memory structures around price, around quality, around value, around variety, and very strongly around feelings and emotions with the brand. So it's a spider web of connections with little bits hanging off it around the core of what the brand represents. Of course, the problem is most people don't think about brands very often. People get on with their lives. It doesn't really matter, and that the key is that the brand is triggered at the time of purchase. So that spider web is triggered when someone goes to make a purchase within that category. So they could be running out of something in the home, a product could be wearing out, they could be new to the category. It doesn't matter as long as the response to the prompt at that stage makes them think of it. So you want to establish those connections, put them in place. Now, television is a very powerful means of doing this. It has auditory components, visual components. You can have very powerful, impactful creative. But TV is largely a passive medium, so people don't interact with it as strongly. Newspapers are different. It's a different experience. Firstly, it can simply reactivate that trigger. Within milliseconds, seeing an image of talent, a tagline, the product, can trigger that memory. And that can reinforce the television memory. So a short exposure works. But the real strength of newspapers also comes in with the fact it's a high engagement medium. So people are putting in more attention to detail and information. It's a non-linear media. So if there are 7 points there, I can concentrate on the 2 or 3 that I'm most interested in. And having activated that initial structure, those associations established in the TV campaign, I can add all these new dimensions that are relevant to me. Plus there's the opportunity to provide more variety. You can create more creative executions in print far more cheaply and vary them, running multiples on the same day over time, and adapt them to audiences for particular newspapers. So tailoring that content to reader expectations, well, now we're talking sections. So if I'm interested in travel, I go to the travel section. If I'm interested in real estate, I go to the real estate section. I can find the retail ads where I expect to see them in the newspaper. So TV is very effective for creating those core associations that you can hang everything off. What newspapers do very well is to remind people of that and to add all these extra new dimensions to those associations.